Call or not to call? That is the question. If you're wrong, you'll look like a chump.
Oh, I'll bet a jack there any day.
But if you're right, you'll look like a champ.
Nice call.
Good call. No, then.
Let's count down our top 5 hero calls. Number 5 comes from the EPT4 Barcelona final table. Sander Lilov's spidey sense must have been tingling during this hand against Greg Dyer.
Greg Dyer here deciding to race it up with 8-6. Maybe he's learned a trick or two from his favorite player, being Adam Junglin, who we just saw knocked out of the table.
Raises to 72,000, small blind pass.
Sander Lilov is the chip leader.
Call.
And he will call in the big blind with his pocket 5s.
And Dyer is checking back to see, what did I have again? I knew it was crap. 8-6, oh, okay, that was it.
Flop is 9 of spades, check of diamonds, 4 of spades.
And the question is, who's going to bet at this pot first?
Sender checks.
The answer is Greg Dyer.
You would think that that was enough to just take down this pot then.
11,000.
He could
Sorry, 110,000.
He could very easily
110.
have a jack, a 9, or a pair higher than 5s.
I said 11. It's not a.
So therefore, you should have to make the minimum bet.
Oh,
I,
I mean, that's the correct rule.
okay.
Mark Telcher's playing the role of tournament director.
Okay. Great.
Well, what that in essence means is that Sander Lilov gets a free card right now.
24 is the minimum, right?
Yeah, that's the bet. 24.
24.
Unfortunately, Greg got caught up in his words, and he's been punished for it.
Turn card is a 7 of diamonds.
Well, now, Greg Dyer has picked up a straight draw.
And a 5 is sure to have caused a lot of action on this river.
That might be enough to get Sander Lilov to lay down the 5s. He might put Greg on a draw. A couple of spades, a couple of diamonds, the straight draw out there as well. And that's probably why he has called here.
River card, 4 of clubs.
And Greg Dyer misses on the river.
This is an interesting pot right now. I mean, I would not expect Lilov to make that call in the turn. But he has, and having made that call in the turn, he has to make the call in the river as well.
Well, Greg Dyer can only win this hand by betting. But can he make a big enough bet to get Lilov to lay down his hand?
Well, right now, Dyer is hoping, in a sense, that Lilov was on a draw. Because if he wasn't on a draw, he's already made up his mind. He called on turn, he's going to call on river. And that's what we see people doing so often here. Getting called in these situations. But is Lilov experienced enough here?
330,000.
It's a big bet from Greg Dyer. And I'm not sure if I was sitting there with a pair of 5s, staring at that board and playing the hand back in my head, I could make the call, but that's what he does.
That is an amazing call. But it's not a good play by Dyer because he knows that Lilov made his choice in the turn.
Which is 8 high, and with a pair of 5s.
That's a pot of 1.1 million.
And that is a confidence pot.
Sander's instincts were correct, and instincts just get better over time. Take Eric Seidel, for example. He's played more poker than you've had hot meals. And Eric ate Dmitry Ivanovic's lunch in the EPT11 Grand Final Super High Roller. We're going to sweat with Eric Seidel here, which means we're only going to see his hole cards.
Sweating with one of the best in the world. I love it.
Ivanovic completes.
Check.
Seidel's hand is Jack 4 of diamonds. He's checked his option.
I like a free flop with this hand, sure.
Only 1 diamond on the flop.
Yeah.
Seidel has checked. And Ivanovic checks behind. Oh, there's another diamond. Hello, flush draw.
Finally.
Here comes a bet from Ivanovic, 300,000.
Totally fine with a call here.
There is the call. The river card is a heart. Seidel with just jack high.
So now we just want a free showdown.
I don't think Seidel's going to get it. Urbanovich bets 525k.
Well, for me personally, this is an insta-fold. I just don't see how we're ever winning here. Yes, we know he tries to win every single pot, but we're losing to some of his bluffs even. But Eric Seidel, not me. He's a really good poker player, and it looks like he's thinking about heroing.
Heroing with Jack high? I still can't quite believe he is thinking about calling this. He's called! With Jack high!
Makes a call I wouldn't make,
And he's right!
and wins a pot I wouldn't win. In a tournament I would never be in.
Wow, behold the master at work.
That is 5-0 for the old-timer. Urbanovich is getting his lunch eaten, and he knows it.
Well, that heads-up battle against Seidel made Urbanovich rethink his approach to the game. At number 3, more super high roller supremeness. At the 2015 PCA, with the title on the line, Steve O'Dwyer found himself facing an audacious bluff from amateur Roger Sipple. Ace 10 for Steve O'Dwyer.
Uh-oh, Steve's doing the dominance dance.
He calls.
Plays it kind of slow.
The flop is Queen 8-8. It's a gut shot for Sipple. O'Dwyer still ahead with ace high. O'Dwyer's playing in flow. He's checked the action to Sipple.
And Steve can now call a lot of C-bets because it's a smaller pot.
That's a chunky C-bet from Roger, 750k.
And I don't think Roger's going to have much here very often.
O'Dwyer calls. A pot of 2.4 million. The turn card is a deuce, it changes nothing.
Can Roger dump? Nope.
Check, check on the turn. The river card, a 3. It's a brick. Sipple misses its draw, ace high is the best hand. O'Dwyer checks for a third time.
I'm all in.
And Sipple bluff shoves the river!
Roger. Roger, what are you doing to me?
This is really tricky. Last time Raj did this, he was stronger than the drinks at the players' party. But this is not how most players are going to play their bluffs.
And that is certainly the kind of thing a player of Steve O'Dwyer's caliber is going to notice. We can see he has the best hand. A lot of players are going to fold in this spot, and if Steve does fold, he'll still have a 2-1 chip lead over Roger. But considering he has the best hand, if he heroes with ace high, he will win the tournament.
Father Time is going to need some time.
Good call.
He calls!
It's over.
Good call.
Incredible call!
Ace high.
With that hand, Steve O'Dwyer wins!
Wow.
I didn't have you on a pair and you didn't have one. I didn't think you were going to make that call.
I was worried I had a 10 that blocked some of your gut shots. So.
At number 2, we revisit the EPT8 Berlin main event and Davide Katai's quest for the third jewel of the Triple Crown. Jack 7-5 flop, ace high still good. Katai checks.
Checking to the pre-flop aggressor. Chen should continue.
He does, 330,000.
Ace high will often be the best hand, just like it is on this hand.
Katai calls. Nine of spades on the turn. Changes nothing. Katai checks a second time.
See if Chen slows down as well.
He does. He checks behind. 10 of clubs on the river.
You would expect it to go check, check, maybe check bluff here. But it looks like we're going to see a bet from Davide Katai.
Is this a value bet or a bluff?
Pretty sure he doesn't want to call, so I'm guessing this is a bluff to try to fold out a 7 or a 5. Chen should be ditching this right about now. But he's not. I know he's not calling.
Well, this is certainly a bluff, a raise to more than 1.5 million.
To be perfectly honest, there are tons of hands Andrew could have here that have ace-3 beat. Tons. Katai is not taking his gaze off Chen at all. It's like me with a chubby redhead. This would be some kind of absolute sick soul read.
Yeah, call.
Awesome call alert.
Agreed. I don't know how often ace tray is going to be good in that spot, but it's infrequently enough that I'm confident in saying that is a losing play in the long run. But Davide Katai just made a soul read on par with Mystic Meg.
Katai went on to win the title and earn that coveted Triple Crown. Well, talking of players who've won a lot of tournaments, Jason Mercier is at number 1. Before anyone knew his name, he came to Italy in 2008 to play EPT4 San Remo, and he made the call that launched a career.
Okay, 5-9 there for Jason Mercier. Oh, he's suddenly,
Wow.
Now he's suddenly. Now
This is not something we've seen before, is it?
No, well, four-handed. You see, he's going to start. He's going to start opening up now that the four-handed, the
Jason
right thing
raised.
to do. Good for him. He's set up a table image.
Yeah.
He's going to capitalise on it.
80,000.
I can't see him getting called unless
Anthony pass, small blind pass. Eric calls.
Eric.
80,000.
Eric's making a mistake here. I think.
Yeah.
He really is. He's calling just to try to outplay him.
Check.
So if you've got aces or, you know,
2 players. Eric check in the
let's
dark.
see what happens here.
Oh, I hate that. He's checked in the dark again.
Flop comes.
Yeah.
5, check, 6. Jason checks.
Jason
Here
checks
is the
as
turn.
well.
It's an 8.
What's Koska's going to do now?
220.
220,000.
Betting
back
220,000 into a pot of 187,000.
220,000. Did he say call? Oh, well, he's picked up a
Jason
middle pin.
call.
He's picked up a middle pin
220,000.
straight with his pair of 5s. So he needs a 7 or a 9. Well, he actually, as it is.
He doesn't actually need
He's
anything,
winning.
but if he thinks he's behind, that's what he thinks he needs.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm thinking in my head too.
Board is 5, check, 6, 8.
Koska's didn't like that call.
8.
Okay.
I'm all in.
Eric all
Wow.
Very great strong play there. If Mercier can pick this up, this will be an incredible call. If he can. How much has he got to call here? 700,000. And his stack is 2,244,000. So he'll still be left 1.3 million if he calls and gets it wrong. Has he got a jack in his hand? Has he got an 8? Think it through. He's thinking it through. Checking out his body language. He's looking at Eric.
From what we've
Corner of his
seen,
eye.
from what we've seen of Jason, do we think he can make this call?
I've no idea.
Can he get a read on Eric Koskas?
I think he thinks his 2 pair are good here. I think instinctively he thinks his 2 pair are good. You remember that these guys play hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hands online. You know, they have a sort of feel for when they might be ahead. What's he got? He got ace king. If he's got no pair, then I'm good. Could he have been betting a flush draw?
If his instinct is that his 2 pairs are good,
I call.
just got to decide whether to
Wow.
trust his
What a
instinct, and that's
call.
what he does.
Showdown.
What
He's
a great call.
made the call, and Koskas will
Eric
show he had
shows a
absolutely
bluff.
nothing.
And
That is
5-9
an absolutely excellent call.
He went with his instinct, he made
Yeah.
the call, and he's eliminated Eric Koskas.
He has. It's a brilliant call. It's a brilliant, brilliant call.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you. It's wonderful.
Jason now has more than $17 million in live winnings, and crucially, we now know how to pronounce his last name. Well, those are our top 5 hero calls. Keep watching PokerStars.tv for more countdowns.